Welcome to Archangel Revelations and Prophecies 444. I am Gat, your host. This is a Twin Flames natal charts analysis request. Female requested it. She's on the left, male's on the right. You can just look at these charts and see they look a lot alike in different ways. You just look. Both have the East Point and Capricorn. The difference is his first house starts in Leo, her first house starts in Cancer. And I said the East Point, both had the East Point in Cancer. Not Capricorn, Cancer. Alright, we are going to take our time because I'm just looking at everything right now. But it's definitely a unique arrangement. And that's why I said we want to take our time. Her first house, you see the 22 at the East Point. Give me one moment. Alright. First house, so she's a nurturer. That's the first house. Ruled by Aries. She has Cancer and she's a nurturer. And then she has the East Point, Sun energy, and the Ascendant Sun energy in her first house. Now her moon sign is Leo, and that's a nurturer too. But the Leo is a sun sign, so once again you're dealing with the divine mother with the divine feminine with the divine masculine. So these are females that are tough, but they still got that motherly side, and that's in her second house, which deals with money and finances. Now the third house gets a little difficult because you see all them planets, and them are some powerful planets. So the third house, it's a healer, but it's just because of the energy, it could come off too much, like straight up. Because if I saw that, the first thing I would say is like, and I have, she knows because I told her immediately, like, oh, hold up, chill, like too much, because it's too much. But it means well. It's like the nurturer, but see, she's got the moon, she's got Virgo, which is a healer, and that's still kind of like nurturing, like the motherly. That's Virgo, and it's the communication, and then it's innovative against the status quo because that's Uranus. Deep because it's Pluto. Plus, she's also on there with that Scorpio stuff too, that eighth house mysterious stuff of Pluto and Scorpio. And then she got that ready to get it in. That Mars wanna get it in, wanna ask some questions, wanna try, you just wanna get it in. So, and that's what she does. Like her career right now, that's what she's doing in real life in the community. But it's in communications, and that is communication because that's her third house. Fourth house is family, and she got Libra. So that's a relationship sign, but it can also be Mayat. It could be justice. It could be karma. It could be balancing things out. And the fourth house is education, higher education, family, the mother, moving vehicles, and the heart. And then she even got love. She got Venus in that house too. So she may have some soul. She might have some soul group in her fourth house because she got love there with the family and Libra. And like that's unique. That's a unique setup to have for the fourth house. Because sometimes, like I said, some people in your house could be your soul group, or some of the people in your house could just the bloodlines and stuff. But that goes right into the fifth house. Venus goes into the fourth and fifth house, and you get it again. Now you got Scorpio. So this is definitely some type of soul thing going on with her, because that Scorpio is going to rule the 8th house. This is all about soul matters. You got Venus there. You got good fortune asteroid there. Then you got Neptune, and Neptune deals with the subconscious mind, your dream state, because this person can be really like idealistic. Because of Neptune, she's going to be idealistic with Scorpio. And sometimes you got to be careful, because Neptune can be deceptive. Like you go into a situation very idealistic, but you need to have a realist. You got to really know what's going on. Because idealist people say should be. Oh, a man should love a woman. Oh, this job should pay me what I'm worth. They keep going should, but that ain't what's really going down. So you got to be real careful of Neptune's idealism and dreamy state. 6th house, once again, healing. So it definitely needs a lot of healing, because Sagittarius is a sociable healer. Could be a real good friend, a real good listener. And they represent the 9th house. Got Palace in there that represents others helping you in the healing process. Mercury, once again. Mercury, notice how Mercury dealing with her in her 6th house. And then in her 3rd house, which Mercury rules Gemini, in the 3rd house, she's got Virgo. So this is all about healing. For some reason, she has powerful, like the universe blessed her with powerful healing things. And maybe it could be because the person she's dealing with is going to be so staunch in how they are. They're going to really need their nurturing. And so you see the Juno is there. So Juno means she could end up in a relationship with somebody that's a Sagittarius, somebody that's a Virgo, somebody that's a Gemini, or Gemini could even be twin flame, or even somebody that's a Leo because of that sun. So Leo, let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is the 5th house. No, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th house. So you got that sun energy, which once again rules Leo. The first retrograde she has so far is Lilith, and that means because the feminine doesn't feel loved and cherished. And then you got the vertex cross, the soul portal. Now you go into the 7th house relationship, and you got Capricorn and the nurturer. And see, like I said, she's even got that strange thing. She might want to read Santos too, because she's got that strange thing. Because really, Cancer's in her 12th house, but they made it her 1st house. See, stuff like that is unique, and it's a sign that this person may be more than just human. They could be sent, and that's something they had to study with Santos. And you click on a link that's in the description box or on your free natal chart. Click on that link about Capricorn and Cancer. And Santos has especially 2 videos. One, he's sitting in the car with his hat on, and there's another one he's standing in front of my astrological symbols on his board. And either one of those videos, he talks about Capricorn and things like that, and how like angels and things come through the Capricorn portal. So you might want to check that out, because you even see Palace real close to that 7th house where Capricorn is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8th house is Aquarius, but got Saturn in. Why? Because Aquarius is supposed to be when the twins commit to each other, but that doesn't always happen. So Saturn is there to try to get the twins to commit to one another, so that they can look forward to solar ascension instead of just keep doing lunar or moon reincarnation. And Saturn at number 28. 28 is the reincarnation number, because Osiris died at age 28, so he could reincarnate again. The 9th house is your higher self house. You got healing there again. See, if you notice, she only had one. She had one retrograde. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the 6th house, she only had one retrograde so far. So now they're trying to heal you with the Pisces, and Neptune is working on Pisces in the 9th house, because that's your higher self house. They're giving you Vestas energy and Chiron energy to heal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, the 10th house can mean a career in some type of aggressive or leadership, because that's what Aries really is. But the 10th house can also mean your project in regard to your twin flame. They call it your project, like how you're working with your twin flame. And that means you might be working with an Aries type individual, or Aries type. And Aries type is I am. He's not gonna like a lot of old school men. That's how they was taught. I am. My wife followed me, and they had that Aries energy, aggressive, because that's how they was trained back in the day. But it's just not like that no more. So they have to learn how to say we are. So that's what the project is. That's what the 10th house is for the project. And they give you medium quality at 666, 18, which is like total love. To like 777 is 21 is total balance. And then they give you and then when you go into the 11th house, this is supposed to be the house of them coming together, Aquarius. But again, you see Taurus there, which can mean stubbornness. And then you got past life money in that house, because you get money. Twin flames, twin souls get money. Then the 12th house is a true north node, so that's what she's supposed to be working on. And this, which is the relationship, the Gemini, the twins. So that's kind of like what she's supposed to be working on in this life right now. And in her past life, it looks like she was working on trying to heal her relationship, like in the love department, love and fun and romance. That's what a South Node would be. Right now we go to the next house, the next natal chart. Now, his first house is Leo, but you can just see what's up already, and you see right away Lilith is retrograde. Right away, little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right away, Lilith is retrograde. So we seeing again, the female feels, the feminine energy feels slighted. Doesn't feel like she's being cherished. And we're gonna stay in his first house. And he's a sun sign in Leo, so he's a Leo, bold, courageous. But Aries is the first house and aggressive. So this is a bold, courageous dude. An Aries in is gonna make him aggressive. But the funny thing is, a lot of stuff he does out of love. Like I said, some people, a lot of stuff they do, like they do for the community or they do for their people, that's that Venus. It could be love. It could be love for family. It could be love for a woman, but it could also be love for the community. It could be love for family. And Uranus again, he gonna fight the static quo. So that's what these two gonna have in common. They both want to fight the static quo. They got this strong desire to fight the status quo. And they both got it. Both got, if you see, you both got Pluto. He got Pluto and Virgo, so does she. And then he got Uranus and Leo, but she got Uranus and Virgo, but it's so close. Like the energy is still gonna be shared. But that's the main thing that they're gonna attract to each other, is the fact that they both are outspoken and they both want to change the community, change the world around them, and they'll stand up to the status quo. The status quo, they'll stand up to it. So that's gonna be the attraction. Then his money house is Virgo, so again healing in that money house. But he also got Pluto, so that means a lot. That could be deep money. He could be involved with deep stuff where he makes his money. He gonna be involved with the 8th house, because Pluto rules the 8th house, and the 8th house is all about souls and soul reincarnation and past life money, past life matters. Yeah, past life money too, but past life matters and stuff like that, and mysteries and all that. And that's his true north node. That's what he's supposed to be working on in this life. Gaining finances by healing deep stuff. So again, that's what I'm trying to say. These type of individuals, you're going to see them basically being outspoken, trying to heal stuff, especially 8th house stuff. Whatever 8th house, like just one aspect of 8th house is like anything like the African mysteries, people of color mysteries, all that stuff. And just like her, both of them got in their fourth house, Libra. So me, I would see something like that because I'm not ready to rule. Well, I'm getting ready to. But they definitely got some type of soul connection. Like they that's what people don't want to hear when I say that. But when you dealing with the fourth house, you're dealing with family and relatives, and they got the same Libra in there and stuff like that. So in the past, like they may have been like that, they may have been family, may not have been, or whatever. And sometimes really, even if you get married, that's still your family. So that's why people, got to know how to think. But you both of them got Libra in the fourth house, nothing else but Libra, and she got love in hers. And then when you go over to this house, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me do it again. 1, 2, 3. Okay, his is in the third house. I'm just looking at it again. Give me 1 second. 1, 2, 3. All right. So his is in the third house, but that's a relationship symbol. But it's also balance and justice as well. So that's when he would be communicating like balance and justice. And then in his fourth house is Scorpio, but she got Mars. She's got Neptune in her Scorpio as well. So like I said, that when you see that, that's a soul group, and you also know they have telepathy, whether they know it or not. They could talk to each other through each other's dreams or through telepathy. And notice how they both got Chiron and Pisces, and then with the moon also in this house. See, they're like soul families. This is the fourth house, and the moon rules Cancer. So this is soul families. This is nurturing, and then they're working through the dreams as well. But what everybody got to really notice is follow the line, and that line go right up to Aries, and see where Aries is, right between Gemini and Taurus. So this is all telling you this dude would have a real serious problem with like union. Like he would have a serious problem with twin flame union. And you can kind of tell why if you go back to see Mars rules the first house of Aries, and see he's a Leo. He's very courageous. He's very outspoken, and he's like kind of like unselfish at the end of the day. Like he got a love for the world around him, and that's why Uranus is all about battling the status quo. So he's got to love other places. That's gonna make him hard to just love one person. And then in hers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. See, she got a love too, but her love is more isolated. Like it's not as widespread as his. Although she's about it too. She's about it too, but she knows more or less how to keep this over here. Like this is my relationship over here, and this is over here. Whereas him, you could just see it. Like his first house is all about making change, standing up for what he believes, fighting the status quo. That's what he's about. And then he communicates about fairness and justice and all that. That's Libra in the third house. And then in the fourth house, he's still fighting because he's still got Mars there, and he's willing to sacrifice it. Like he'll sacrifice love and all that for a purpose. You can just see it. Like like even how Mars is almost like he got his hand up, like saying fight the power. For real, you could see it. Like look at Mars, like he got his hand up, like fight the power. Like that's more important to him than just anything. Like this is like a true militant and shit. This dude. So you could see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in his fifth house, he might find himself in a relationship with a Sagittarius, and that is her sun sign. Her sun sign is Sagittarius. He could find himself in a relationship with Sagittarius or Jupiter rules. Yeah, and Jupiter rules Sagittarius too. So he gonna have money too. Cause look, he got Sagittarius in his 5th house, but then he got Jupiter retrograde, which is still Jupiter retrograde can be past life money, or it can be money that's being held up, but you're still gonna get it, or past money. But Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and he got both of them in his 5th house. So, and that is because 5th house is love and entertainment and traveling and romance, childbearing, taking risk. So that's where his money is all in that. But he might also get a relationship with somebody that's a Sagittarius or somebody that's a Leo, and her moon sign is Leo. Because Leo rules the 5th house. And both of them, both of their Saturns both of their Jupiters are retrograde. So now we're going into the 6th house, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the house of healing. And why is it healing there? Because like I said, Capricorn is a worker. And that's good, but that's not always good because you got to know how to relax. And so they got Capricorn in it, and he's ruled by Saturn. But Saturn retrograde can also mean karma in the 6th house. But why would karma be in the 6th house? Because it's going to be weird me saying it. It's almost going to be like a joke, but the reason why Saturn is retrograde in the 6th house with Capricorn, because this dude is so disciplined that even Saturn is saying, yo bro, you gotta chill. You gotta chill. Because even with Vesta's usually not direct, because Vesta's about a lot of energy. But his Vesta is retrograde because it's like the whole thing is saying chill. And even gonna have other people, because Palace is other people. See, they coming to tell him, yo, you gotta chill. You gotta know how to separate the fight for what you feel is right with love and relationships and shit like that. So this dude is so disciplined that even Saturn is saying, yo, bro, fall back. And like Saturn giving him bad karma for that. Like, you too disciplined. Like Saturn. I've never seen nobody with a chart where Saturn is like saying, yo, bro, you too disciplined. Like you too extreme, bro. You gotta chill. So that's what his whole 6th house is saying. It's like, yo, you gotta chill. One, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so with her Capricorn is she's a nurturer. Like I already said earlier, she's a nurturer. See, her job is to help him nurture. And see, when you're in a twin flame relationship, it could be hard because this dude he's like hard rock. He's solid, but a lot of females don't realize that it's supposed to be your job to help them though. And I mean, it take a lot of humility. And that's why I said that one time before, because you could see a woman and let a man run all over top of her. I seen women do that, be like really loyal to a man for like 10, and he finally gets it. But she sit up there and put up with it, all that craziness for like 10, 12 or more years. But you don't know if you had her natal chart, you would know, you would see it in the natal chart. But you don't have the natal chart, so you just think she's stupid. But if you had the natal chart, you would understand that's the way it's, because that's how hard this is. And that's why we trying to say, with this whole twin flame thing, you have to have patience because you don't know the person. Until you can actually start to sit down with that person and communicate and agree to start to be compromised and understand each other's point of view and work together, it's not going to work. Because you keep looking at this dude like he's doing this, he's doing that, but you don't know what his background is. Have you ever seen his natal chart? So it's easy to look at somebody and say, oh, he don't want me, oh, he's mean, oh, he's too real, but you don't know the dude's background. You don't know what he's been through. So that's why I said when you talk about your twin flame, the first thing you got to do is learn how to just chill out. Get your natal charts. Ask the angel cards some questions. Try to stay in line with the purpose and realize that we supposed to be helping each other heal. But it takes humility. That's why they say heal. The word heal even sound like humility. So that's his case in there. So now in the 7th house, again, this is when that's your relationship house, and that's when they should come together. They should come together. Like Aquarius is when both twins, one or each one say, hey, we got to work together because we twins. And again, it's all retrograde. because this is all stuff he's got to work on. His past life healing, past life nurturing. And then when he gets to the 8th house, which is the soul house, he got Pisces there. But he's psychic too, because he gonna have Neptune talking to him, and Neptune is working with Scorpio and the moon talking to him. And the moon used to rule Pisces. Now the moon rules Cancer. And when you go to his 4th house, which is Cancer, that's where all this is going on at. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, all this is going on in his 4th house in Cancer. So this is all interesting. And then he got Cancer again with Mercury in the 12th house, which is the dysfunctional house. But they trying to shine each point energy on it and trying to get him to communicate with his twin so that they can get through it. And then now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now what's unique about him though is this. Like the 9th house, he's still got Aries. He's not ready to ascend yet because he's got Aries. Aries is saying I will, but to ascend you got to be we are. They got to work together. But if you notice, his medium Coeli is not in his 10th house. It's in his 9th house. So he has a connection to the mother. It could be a literal mother or it could be the divine mother. But he's got a connection. And then it's kind of funny how her medium Coeli is in Aries too, and then his medium Coeli is in Aries. So I don't know if she's, but if that was his higher self, that's who it would be. It would be her. But I don't know. See, some dude, what I'm trying to say is some dudes that know secret knowledge, they know about the divine mother. I don't know if he know that. But sometimes when you see that, because my medium Coeli is also in my 9th house. That's like the divine feminine. That's the mother. So that could be making a reference to her or the divine mother if he knows who she is. Or even if he don't know, she might know him. Or sometimes, which is hard for people to understand, but sometimes, see, Africans do stuff like that. Like tribal people know what I'm talking about. But a lot of times, that's what I'm trying to tell you all about Capricorn and Cancer, because sometimes these people come down. Like even with mine, I seen it. Like with mine, before my twin came, I knew she was coming. I knew she would represent the divine mother, and she went on to prove it. I saw all kind of crazy stuff with my twin and the moon and everything. She did the same stuff the high priestess would do. Even she used to be out in the alleyway, like on her, I called it, it wasn't really an alleyway, it was a side parking lot, but I always called it the alleyway. And she would be out there on her phone, but where she would stand at was exactly like between two pillars in a garden and shit, just like them them tarot cards and shit. My twin used to do some weird ass shit. But that's because it's like I said, higher than us come down. And that's what Palace is all about. And Vertex Cross, that's what all that stuff is about. So he definitely, and the number 23 is the incarnation number. That means a God coming down, just like I keep trying to tell y'all. That's the number 23. If you notice, it's right on, and it's good fortune. The number, and then the number 21 is 777, which is perfect balance, and her medium quality is 18, which is 666, perfect love. And that's why Magic Johnson wore 23. That means a God incarnate, and that's why he could fly and shit, do shit like that. So now his 10th house again is just Taurus by itself, but it's Taurus, but it's also Mars. So his career, but that makes a good point. It's like it would be like a militant. That's the 10th house is the career. Would be the militant, and if you're talking twin flame, it would be stubbornness. And then her true north node is Gemini, and then he's Gemini. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he's Gemini in 11th house, which should be the twins coming together. But he got to deal with that Mars energy, and Mars is Aries. And then you see how it connects. Will go right back to Scorpio. So he definitely dealing with a whole lot. This is a dude that's dealing with a lot of past life issues and stuff like that. And let me see hers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let me do it again. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. See, and that's what they're saying. For her, Gemini is dysfunction on the 12th house. But they're playing it, so the way they did it is just crazy. You see her true north node is 23 again. See how up there when I'm talking about medium Coeli, you saw 23 with good fortune, and then you see her true north node is 23. So that would kind of convict what I just got finished saying. I'm saying that woman in his house is a woman. Whenever you see Whenever you see medium quality in the ninth house, it's usually a female. It could be a woman, but it could be anybody. It could be your teacher, your mother. It could even be your sister. It's a woman that's going to have a significant impact on you. But it could be like the divine mother. Could be your twin, but it's usually a female. But if you notice, her true north node is Gemini at 23, and then his medium quality is at 23. So so his 12th house, the dysfunctional house, they giving him each point energy. He's going to be able to communicate though, and they put nurturing in there too. So he will communicate. That's the one good thing I could say. He will communicate. Like it might not be when you want him to, but he will communicate. Like he don't seem like he would be. He's not scared to communicate, but it may take a minute. My advice is if you ever try to talk to him and he hang up on you or he don't want to talk, just keep the line of communication open, like give him his space sometime, and just do little letters. Don't drown him out. That's why I said in your third house you got to chill, because you got the missiles pointed, you ready to go. And it's funny because you see how Mars is in her house, the missile pointed, and then look at Mars where he at, missiles pointed. So both of y'all is too heated. So you gotta learn how to even do short emails, like short emails. Just make your point and give him time and say words like I get. Because that's what I was telling my twin. My twin always wanted to argue. She was crazy ass. So I would always tell her I don't want to argue. I said I'm not trying to argue because it wasn't no point arguing in the first place. We wasn't together. That was just some crazy shit. But I wasn't arguing. Let him know. Take that win out. No, I'm not. You gotta learn how to talk. Cause this dude, he's there though. You can see it. It's like he's like Tupac said. He's stuck in that concrete. He's that rose that's beat down on the concrete, and you supposed to be like helping chisel him out. But it's gonna take a lot of nurturing, a lot of patience. Cause otherwise, he's a fighter by nature, and he's gonna see the world a certain way. But he is trying. It's just in the concrete. Like all that love and everything is there, but it's in the concrete, and you got to help chisel him out with your nurturing. Now let's go back to the retrogrades. What does he need to work on? He's got to learn how to treat not just any female, but especially his twin. But it's a good thing to treat females with respect. But your twin, you always the person you're supposed to have a soul contract with, they have to feel like you cherish them, because you could have to reincarnate just for that reason alone. The true north node always has R, so don't worry. That's not a retrograde. Don't worry about it. I didn't even know. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice. So his Juno means that there was infidelity, probably in a past life. And his first, second, third, fourth, fifth house supposed to be the house of romance. Juno retrograde means it was past life infidelity. So he has to watch that. He's gonna have karma for that. Also, he wants to get in line with the universe so he can get that money, because he got past life money. That's all coming out the fifth house of romance. And then in the sixth house, he got loosened up. Like, this is primarily talking about his twin, but it's life in general. He got to loosen up. He can't be so disciplined. Like, it's a time and place for everything. But you can't bring that hard discipline into a relationship. It has to be based on love and working together and compromise and stuff and consideration. So that's what all those retrogrades are telling you in his sixth house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seventh house, more in a relationship, because you got to learn how to submit. That's what Aquarius means for twin flames. You got to learn how to submit. That's the Aquarius age. That's when they both become enlightened and they realize we came here together for a purpose. We have to work on it. So you got to get both of those. Learning how to nurture, learning how to heal. And then those are all his R's. And to her, same thing. The feminine side has got to feel cherished. And then her Jupiter R is really past life money. But the more he opens up to her, the more she can open up to him. But they're going to be blessed with money. The universe is going to bless them with money. So I can't really say. This is what I can say. You could call it a karmic relationship if you want to. But the only thing I would say they are twins is like his Juno says he would be in a relationship with either Sagittarius or a Leo. Her sun sign is Sagittarius and her moon sign is Leo. So if I was going to say they're twin flames, I would base it on that Juno. But if they're a twin flame, they got a lot of karma to really work on, and she's got to find a way. It's her job though. She's got to find a way to get in. Like he's trying to get through that concrete. He really is. But she's gonna have to find out a way to chip and hurting them. Like I tell, cause y'all females, y'all love to try to hurt somebody or make somebody make a man feel a certain way. You gotta chill with that. Like first off, it's really immature. I know it's emotions. Y'all working off emotions. But you only gonna make everything worse. Oh, he did this to me. I'm gonna sleep with somebody. Oh, I'm gonna tell him I slept with somebody. Y'all just do shit to make somebody hate you. Like for real, they don't even want to deal with you. So stop doing that. Learn how to talk with respect. For real, real. I'm serious. Go ahead and boo. I don't care. Learn how to talk to somebody with respect. Like talk like you got some sense. Cause that's when you're gonna catch. Y'all gotta realize one thing. It's 8 billion people on the planet. Somebody might want to be with you, but you make it so hard. Like my twin flame was evil, bro, for no real reason. We close to 3 years, we never had no real conversation. Almost every episode with her was hell. She wouldn't even open up a door for me. Like if I was behind her, she wouldn't even hold it. She was just crazy. Everything with her was like World War III and shit. She did that, and somebody behind me told her off. Said, "Yo, why can't you hold the door for the person after you and shit?" Because he didn't know why. Like she was just nutso. So here was the opportunity for her to meet her twin, talk to her twin, get to know her twin, and she chose to be third. She's acting like a third grade person, 3-year-old kid. No, a three. I'm insulting a 3-year-old kid. They don't even act like that. So stop all that dumb shit for real. You want to talk about twin flame? I want to find my twin and all that. Well, then you found them. Now learn how to just work with it. In this case, this female, her job is to nurture. Her job is to get. He wants to communicate. He wants to come out that concrete, and she's supposed to be helping him. That's the way it was. And it's funny because one of her friends had told her that, and one of her friends is like a twin flame counselor. And at first I didn't agree. So I kept thinking about who, because I know who this person is. This person on the right is famous. He's a legend. I know who he is. He's famous. But it's true. And I did tell her later when I thought about it, I went back and told her, yeah, maybe it was. But don't get me wrong, it's hard to really be that way, but don't look at it like don't let your pride get the best of you. This is something supernatural that none of us really understand, but you're not gonna win the war hurting this man because he hurt you and all that. He don't understand. I'm telling you, for somebody that's seen his chart, he really don't understand. He's trying, but he really don't understand. So don't overwhelm him with a lot of communication. Keep it shorter, get to the point. Confess your love and act like you got some sense. And I guarantee if you do that, he'll start to change. But if you keep attacking this dude, he's a militant by birth, nigga. What do you expect? You think he gonna do? His whole life has been with that black fist up in the air, nigga. So what you think he gonna do? So that's the worst mistake you don't want to make is attack this dude anyway, because to him it's an attack. It's like somebody flying over his house or something with a drone or something. This dude is ready for war and shit at all times, nigga. Like he's ready. So that's the last dude you want to piss off or upset or any of that. So learn how to talk, bro. Take some communication classes or something, because you got all that Mars energy. Because you good to go too. You good to go. You got to get that Mars energy under control. Even though it ain't no aura, it's still there. It's still aggressive. And even that Pluto, all that stuff got to become mellow. The communication got to be more mellow, more respectful, more to the point, with more love. See, they need to put a Venus in your third house. Put Venus in there, and maybe lessen that Mars. Put something in there to lessen that Mars energy. Stuff like that. So that's what's up. This is Gat. It's been a pleasure. If anybody's interested and anything you see out here, any of the services, and there might be some services I do, just ask. You may think I don't do them, but I probably do. If it's intuitive, I probably do it. This is Gat. Get back at me. Archangels, Revelations, and Prophecies. Full.